Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Night, the podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. And now, inheriting Jim's contract, mother and son. 2:30 a.m. Jim wakes up and goes into the front lounge to try to watch the news, but he can't concentrate. He takes out a picture in his wallet of his mother, who today was turning 82 years old. Yesterday he had received words in Fort Worth from Carl that his mother had gone through surgery to remove some lymph nodes. Jim also had noted that his mother had been highly emotional, making it hard for him to concentrate on his duties in Washington, D.C. 3:45 a.m. Jim takes out a photo of his beloved childhood home in Billings, Montana, where he shared many good times before his father came along when he was 15 and ripped it all away. He then found another picture in the photo album of a church hotel in Leander, Texas, where Jim and his friends were drilling for oil. It was outside that same hotel one night when J.R. and Carl got into a heated argument over Carl preaching peace and love at a time of racial tensions. Jim's mother had begged him to keep a hold of that picture, even though, in light of his mom's surgery and highly emotionality, he felt like ripping it to shreds. 5:30 a.m. J.R. and Jim are in the chapel, reading their King James Bible, and J.R. also was reading his devotional. Jim was beginning to be repentant of the callous attitude he was having towards his son. 10 a.m. At the Small Business Administration in Washington, D.C., Jim has J.R. and Joe write drafts of a speech he will be delivering in Columbus, Ohio. For J.R., he has him switch the word policy to strategy. And for Joe, the word policy was being changed to strategic management. It was an interesting concept. 1 p.m. J.R. is in his suite working on some basic data analysis given to him by Amy Orman, slogging through as though it was pretty boring. 2 p.m. J.R. is upstairs talking to John Gardens about today's budget data. 5 p.m. Betsy had the staff fix jambalaya for everybody. So J.R., Amy Kathleen, Bill Hume, another friend of J.R.'s from Austin, Walt Merrill, got into the white limousine to go to Clyde's Burgers in Chevy Chase, Maryland. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. The white limousine parked in front of the Hendrick residence, and J.R., Amy Kathleen, Walt, and Bill Hume gets out. "I had a wonderful time, Bill," Amy Kathleen said. Tomorrow night? Bill said. No, I'm afraid not. I have an event called Ladies in the Kitchen with my Aunt Betsy. JR taps in the mansion combination code to let everyone in. Joel, the night security guard, is pleased that everyone is back in before Jim's imposed curfew at midnight. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Night. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the adventure. This is J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. God bless you guys.